Ceobe, real name K, is a 6-star core caster who is available from both headhunting and recruitment. Not only is she very hungry, but she also carries an arsenal of weapons on her back. Ceobe has 3 years of combat experience and has wandered for most of her life, which has led to her current obsession with food and weapons, and is friends with Operator Vulcan, who takes care of her weapons. She stands at 153 centimeters tall, was born on the 3rd of March in Bolivar, and is of the Pero race. In her archive files and promotion record, it's noted that K and Rhodes Island first met as enemies on the battlefield, due to a hungry K attacking a reserve squad while they were on a mission in Lithinian, though she was eventually defeated. After disarming her, the squad brought her to the Lithinian branch of Rhodes Island, and then had her transported to the land ship. While being transported, Kay was weary of others, but that attitude changed when she arrived at the land ship, getting a new understanding of Rhodes Island. Under an ops recommendation, she joined Rhodes Island. Kay was mystified by Rhodes, as many people wanted to meet her. However, her priority was becoming acquainted with the food rather than the people, especially the food inside the kitchen. Because she's still learning, everyone agreed to not punish Kay if she gets caught, with some even feeding her strange things. But when eating, she usually only comments either yummy or good, with nothing else being muttered. Her favorite food is noted to be honey biscuits, with Kay only accepting them if they're made by Lava, Vulcan, or Matterhorn, and no one else. In Kay's eyes, the most reliable person of Rhodes is the Doctor, finding them to be even smarter than Vulcan. Previously, Kay couldn't understand mission briefs, but when the Doctor gave her simple commands such as stand here and attack this, she was able to do her missions. Other than the Doctor, Kay also respects Vulcan, most likely due to her role as a blacksmith and her Minosian heritage. If Kay is in her room or the Doctor's office, she's usually in Vulcan's workshop, being content just to watch her work. Vulcan, who doesn't talk much, has been seen giving Kay snacks or chatting a bit before returning to work. Kay's first weapon was an axe with her name engraved on it, which made her curious as to its meaning, beginning her life of wandering. When she was hungry, she ate wild fruits or drank from rivers when thirsty, quickly leading her to be infected. At first she was scared of the crystals on her body, but over time, these crystals made her weapons stronger for her. Her fears were replaced with a want of more weapons, which drove her to violently and impulsively find more. Sometimes she got new weapons for helping, sometimes for hurting, but her wandering came to an end by a Rhodes squad led by Fang. Her joining Rhodes Island alleviated this obsession. Ceobe's infection has granted her the ability to quote-unquote enchant her weapons, but each enchantment chooses the weapon rather than the other way around. The weapons then adopt a characteristic of fire, earth, or ice. Previously, this process was unconscious, but Ceobe has gained some amount of control. As long as Ceobe is able to sit in a classroom and learn, she'll be an amazing arts user in the future. Kay is confirmed to be infected, having a cell originum assimilation of 9% and a blood originum crystal density of 0.31 parts per liter. Kay's infection is mainly on her abdomen, with her wandering resulting in Kay never getting treatment. A medical op commented that it's a miracle she's still alive after wandering for so long and letting her infection get this bad. In her character art drawn by LM7, Ceobe wears a black and white dress underneath a black, white, and yellow coat. She has multiple straps on her waist and around her stomach, armored pauldrons on her shoulders, a few straps fluttering in the breeze, and some weird shoes that are half lace-up, thigh-highs, and half Velcro. She holds an axe, presumably the one mentioned in her archive files, in her left hand. She has multiple weapons behind her as well, with the ones of note being her casting staff near her tail, the large spear, and the knives behind her. In her voice lines voiced by Asami Seto, who also voices Yui Michimiya in Haikyuu, Midoki in Charlotte, Chiyuki in Death Parade, Ki in Monster Musume, Akira Amado in Tokyo Ghoul, Ichio Higuchi in Bungo Stray Dogs, Mirage Farina Genius in Macross Delta, Rino Kimihara in Centaur's Life, CZ2128 Delta in Overlord, Mai Sakurajima in Bunny Girl Senpai, Raftalia in Shield Hero, Aoi Amawashi in Birdie Wing, Alpha in Eminence and Shadow, Lily in Tekken, Jessica and Azusa in Granblue, St. Louis, the French one, and Soviskaya Belarusia in Azure Lane, Contender and IWS 2000 in Girls Frontline, Kujo Sara in Genshin, and Kashin Koji in FGO, Ceobe is always active, that or hungry.
あいつらには、パン、タンで十分だよ。おいら、何すればいい？この紙の束を箱に入れとけばいいの？ダダダダダ！ドクターお仕事？おいらも見てていい？やったー！待ってて、ソファーちゃん。おいらはすっごく強いんだよ。悪い奴の一人や二人、100人だって余裕。いや、100人はちょっと多いかも。でも、99人なら絶対負けないよ。うん。あっちの部屋にこんな瓶をいっぱい見つけたけど、中にすっごく美味しいソースが入ってたんだ。辛い？おー、確かにちょっと辛かったかも。でも美味しいから、ドクターもどう？おいら、腹ペコでお腹がずーっとグーグーなってるよ。もう食堂行ってもいい？アーツのことはよくわからない。オイラが集めた武器、他の人が使ってもあんなかっこいいビリビリは出ないみたいなんだ。でも安心して、オイラがいれば悪い奴にドクターを傷つけさせたりしないから。大丈夫。悪い奴が誰なのかくらい、オイラにだってわかるよ。悪い奴はいっつも揃って出てくるのに、お友達はずっとそばにいてくれるわけじゃないよね。だから武器は多ければ多いほどいいと思わない？ってことで、後ろにもう一本ハンマー入れるね。嫌なら槍でもいいよ。本当に役に立つんだから。ダメって言う方がダメ。
At E2 with everything maxed, Ceobe has 1,565 HP, 784 attack, 128 defense, 20 resistance, a 66-second redeploy time, 19 DP cost, and a 1.6 second attack speed. Her range is the standard range for a core caster. The stat bonus for modules will be covered individually when the modules are discussed. At max trust, she gets plus 90 attack. At max pot, she gets minus 2 DP, minus 4 seconds to redeploy, plus 27 attack, and a buff to her first talent. Her first talent, which is unlocked at E1 and at E2 pot 4, Thresher, each attack Ceobe does an additional arts damage equal to 44% of the target's defense. Her second talent, which is unlocked at E2, Lone Journey, gives her plus 8% attack and plus 8 attack speed if there are no friendly ops in the 4 tiles around her. This brings her attack to 847. Ceobe has 2 base skills, with one being unlocked at E2. Her first base skill, I Want It All, gives plus 8 capacity to the factory she's in, and minus 0.25 morale consumed per hour. Her second base skill, Right Now, gives plus 20% productivity in the first hour when assigned to a factory, and plus 1% more per hour to a max of plus 25%. Ceobe's first skill, Really Cold Axe, gains SP over time and is automatically triggered. All levels start with 0 SP, with level 7 needing 7 to proc, and M3 needing 6. At level 7, Ceobe's next attack gets plus 180% attack, prioritizing enemies that aren't blocked, and binds them for 2.5 seconds. This can store 2 charges. At M3, it's plus 210% attack, binds for 3 seconds, and stores 3 charges. Her second skill, Really Hot Knives, gains SP over time and is manually triggered. At level 7, it starts with 16 SP and needs 44 to proc, lasting 36 seconds. At M3, it starts with 25, needs 40, and lasts for 40 seconds. At level 7, Ceobe gets a moderate attack speed boost and prioritizes enemies with the highest defense. At M3, it's a great attack speed boost, which makes her attack speed about 0.528 seconds. Her third skill, Really Heavy Spear, gains SP over time and is manually triggered. At level 7, it starts with 47 SP and needs 80 to proc, lasting for 57 seconds. At M3, it starts with 55, needs 80, and lasts 60 seconds. At level 7, Ceobe gains 2 tiles of attack range, making her attack range equal to that of a marksman sniper. Plus 160% attack, and attacks now deal physical damage, prioritizing enemies with the lowest defense, and silences them for 3 seconds. At M3, it's plus 210% attack and silences for 5 seconds. Ceobe has 2 modules, the first of which being a CCR-X module called Really Dry Bread, making it so that she can ignore 10 resistance. At module level 3, Really Dry Bread buffs Thresher, making it so that she deals an additional arts damage equal to 54% of the target's defense, and when attacking the same target continuously, the percentage gradually raises to 75 or 79%. She also gets plus 180 max HP and plus 65 attack, for a total of 1,745 HP and 849 attack. To unlock and max out her module, you must have Ceobe at E2 level 60, have 100% trust with her, defeat 10 elite or leader enemies, 3-star RI-6 having Ceobe defeat at least 2 Tiaka Shredders, have 12 module data blocks, 60 data patching strips, 20 data patching devices, 2 bipolar nanoflakes, 3 D32 steels, 4 crystalline electronic units, and 300,000 LMD. Her second module, a CCR-Y module called the Knife Eye Smith, makes it so that Ceobe gains 1 SP when damaging elite or leader enemies with normal attacks. At module level 3, the Knife Eye Smith buffs Lone Journey, making it so that Ceobe gains plus 15% attack and plus 15 attack speed if there's no friendly ops in the 4 tiles around her, bringing her attack to 902. She also gets plus 120 max HP, plus 56 attack, and plus 23 defense, for a total of 1,685 HP, 840 attack, and 151 defense. To unlock and max out her module, you must have Ceobe at E2 level 60, have 100% trust with her, do a total of 120,000 damage with Ceobe, 3-star 11-7 having Ceobe defeat the Rot Eater, have 12 module data blocks, 60 data patching strips, 20 data patching devices, 2 bipolar nanoflakes, 3 D32 steels, 4 crystalline electronic units, and 300,000 LMD. Ceobe, at least in my opinion, is a very versatile and strong core caster. Her attack is much higher than other core casters, and all 3 of her skills perform unique functions, with her talents also being great. S1 targets not blocked enemies and binds them, allowing those dealing with blocked units to have a bit more breathing room. S2 absolutely melts through enemies with high defense and usually low resistance with her DPS. And her S3 not only lasts a long time, buffs attack massively, and gives 2 more tiles of range, but it also targets enemies with the lowest defense and usually high resistance, and silences them. Her talents buff her when not around allies, which is decently easy to do, and has her deal additional arts damage. Her modules are quite good as well, with her CCR-X vastly improving Thresher, and her CCR-Y module giving an even bigger buff to Lone Journey. However, one thing to keep in mind is how the different skills change targeting priority. S1 targets unblocked enemies, S2 enemies with high defense, and S3 enemies with low defense. When using S3, her talent Thresher isn't as useful as it scales off defense, which these targets supposedly do not have a lot of. Lone Journey also requires no ops to be in the 4 tiles above, below, and beside Ceobe, requiring some planning for the placement of ops if you want that attack and attack speed buff. Also, her S3 switches her damage from arts to physical, so it won't deal as much damage to enemies with higher defense. Regardless, Ceobe is a great addition to any team in need of a caster who can specialize in a wide variety of subjects, and I would give her a high priority to build. Thank you for watching. Please follow my Twitter for updates. I also stream and are currently streaming Arknights IS3, and please check out my other Arknights and Azure Lane videos as well. There will be a teaser out tomorrow for next week's character and story summaries.